Hello there, Aquarius. Let's look at your weekly messages for the week of March 8th through the 15th, 2021. What kind of guidance do we have for you this week? I almost had a volunteer come jumping out. This is the week of the new moon in Pisces. Very fantastical, dreamy time. But the messages that I've been hearing regarding that, where I am going to be doing a new moon in Pisces reading for all of you later on this week, and that will pertain specifically to your manifestation magic for the month ahead. But remember that it is a dreamy time. People are prone to fantasy. So if you find yourself falling into fantasies that are more like nightmares, know that's what's happening and that you can gain control over that. It's not reality, it's fantasy, okay? Remember that. That's a special message that I had for you, Aquarius. Okay. I'm taking this guy. Wow. Commitment? Concern about commitment? Concern about, I mean, there's something that you're kind of excited about, but you're like at that nightmare daydream that I'm talking about. It's like your fears or insecurities regarding committing to something is keeping you from like pulling the trigger and making the decision to go ahead and do it. But it is something that you're excited about. You're just like, I'm not sure that I'm going to do it right. I'm afraid it might be a disaster. I'm going to screw it up in some way. Okay, let's get a little bit more guidance about that. I mean, it's scary, right? It's scary, like committing to something. Aquarius has a really hard time with committing to things. Because once they're in, and they don't change their mind. It takes a lot for an Aquarius to change their mind once they've made a decision on something. So that's why they are afraid to commit in the first place, because they know that they're going to be all in all the way once they've decided on something. All right, so the High Priestess wanted to come out. That's the energy of the Pisces season that's coming in. It's reminding you, okay, your insecurities are being amplified at this time. Our dreams, our subconscious selves are amplified during Pisces season, especially under the new moon. The new moon coming up, it's getting darker and darker and darker. And so we are prone to falling into believing what's going on in our subconscious minds. And so if we've been programmed from a young age to believe that, for example, if it's a commitment in a relationship, to believe that relationships always end in disaster, that's what's going to be amplified. That fear is going to be amplified in the darkness here. And so we need to, instead of falling into the fantasy of our subconscious mind, we need to switch over to ask for guidance. It's because the High Priestess represents receiving guidance from the universe, from Source, from the higher self, from God, right? All of those, any of those entities which you resonate with, it doesn't matter. But I mean, she's even wearing a cross. So if you want to get it from God, that's fine too. All right. So anyway, what I'm saying is that when you feel lost, and the feeling, feel what it is when you're processing this commitment, this thing that's like, I don't know if I should do that. I don't know if I should do that. Okay, when you're processing it, if the feeling that you have associated with it is not good, if it's icky, if you don't like how it feels, then that means you're not on the right track. Your thinking is not on the right track. Whatever you're doing should feel good. The choices that you're making should feel good, right? That's what we're always going for. Even if it's a decision to release something that's not useful, that's not good for us anymore, okay? Or it's a decision that we're going to hold out for a little bit longer, but then things are going to get better. That can feel good, right? So that's what we're searching for. And so we ask for guidance, as the High Priestess would, right? Asking for guidance and saying, please guide me to feeling safe, secure, living to my greatest potential. Ask for the guidance for those feelings. Like you want to be focusing on those guidance to the positive feelings, not guidance away from the negative, right? Guidance to the positive feelings. and it's going to steer you in the right direction. Is this something that I need to commit to, or is this something that I need to release? Then you'll know. Okay? But the point is that in this week leading up to the new moon on Saturday, it's really important to stay in a positive vibe, because that's what we're going to be manifesting for the week ahead. If we are staying focused on deliberation on whether or not to commit to something and being scared, then that's what we're going to be getting for the next month. So let's focus on satisfaction, happiness, safety, pleasure, clarity. Let's focus on those things this week, okay? Love ya, Aquarius. I'm going to see you later on.